I want to let you in on a little Midjourney secret that nobody is talking about. When you're brainstorming for creative ideas, sometimes getting more random Midjourney results can push you into new directions you maybe would have never considered. Those happy accidents can lead to some great discoveries. This is why I want to show you an incredibly easy system to poke around the edges and mine for creative gold. This is the 3x5 method. And in the next few minutes, you'll see why this is so incredibly powerful. The idea is simple. Use 2 power permutations at once to unlock interesting visual ideas that you can expand on later. The first set are graphic, photo, and illustration. These 3 give us different art aesthetics for the images. The second set, punk, core, art, effect, and print. These 5 ideas push the art into incredibly interesting results. By the way, the goal here isn't to build finished images right off the bat, but to use what we discover as the basis for new ideas, direction, creative play, or even discussion. It's basically but warning, with this method, you're going to create 5 dozen images. That's right, 5 dozen images instantly. And if you're concerned about chewing up your Midjourney GPU time, this might not be for you, especially if you're on a lower Midjourney plan. But hey, I want you to see this workflow in action, and you can see why this might be your next favorite Midjourney work. So as you can see, we have our first set of power permutations in, which is graphic, photo, illustration. That's separated by commas and in the curly brackets. And we also have the second set, which is punk, core, art, effect, print, also separated by commas and in the curly brackets. So when we add a subject to this, right, what it's going to do is it's going to create one of each of these in the combinations plus the subject, which is what's going to deliver to us all these interesting ideas. And this is an amazing way that you can build lots of different ideas. Remember, we're using this just to brainstorm. We're not using this to finish anything. And we're going to take whatever it gives us, and that's where we use remix. We add different prompts. We add sref codes, whatever. We're going to do all that later. We just want to see what this thing, what can we create, right? That's the idea. So the first thing I want to do is to add a subject here, right? So I'm going to paste in background texture, right? So what we're going to do is when we hit go, it's going to give us a bunch of different iterations of all of these together with the subject background texture. So the reason I'm using background texture is because a lot of you guys create lots of presentations. So you're doing stuff in PowerPoint or Google Slides, or you're also using background textures for social media posts, or maybe you're pasting it inside of some type for a big Photoshop thing, right? So we use background textures a lot. Here's how we can generate a lot of really cool stuff all at one time and play with it, right? So I'm going to hit go because you're tired of hearing me talk. All right, so Midjourney is finished working. So let's scroll all the way down to the bottom and I'll show you how this works, right? And now remember, we just want to see what Midjourney is going to deliver. And here's our first one, okay? So what it did was it added graphic punk to background texture, right? So we have 4 images like this. Now here's one that's black and white. It's kind of concrete-y looking, but can you imagine what you could do with this? You know, this is a starting off point for a lot of other things, right? Let's just scroll up and see what we get, right? This one, remember, this is all graphic punk. Look at the craziness we get. Look at this. Look at this. Some of these are going to be great. Some of these aren't going to be so great. Look at this one. This is graphic core. So we get this model look. Can you imagine putting that inside of some type, or maybe dropping some type on the top of this for a Google slide presentation? This is how you can discover some really cool stuff quickly. Let's just take a look at these, right? Remember, these are all graphic core. That's very interesting. This is graphic art. One, not so much. This one, that's pretty cool. So you can imagine this is behind something, right? Put a logo behind this, or maybe this is pasted inside of a circle or a square, and then you can use that for a digital transfer or something with your client's logo reversed out in white on top. Just interesting, really cool looks. This is how we generate a lot of this stuff quickly. This is graphic print background texture. Very interesting kind of weird plaid there. This is photo punk. Looks like graffiti on a wall. That's kind of cool. How could you use this, right? And what you do, right? This is kind of the metallic look, coppery, kind of a blurry, kind of a hazy kind of thing. Now imagine you're using these as a style reference when you're building some things. This is photo print, So just look right here. This kind of tells us where we are, right? This is illustration punk. We didn't ask for a girl, looking, pondering life, but we got one. Here's illustration core. That's kind of cool. So the fun part about this is you don't really know what you're going to get, which is the whole point, right? Now we can find some of these that we really liked and we can start doing something with it. So here's illustration print, right? Nothing too special here, unless this is kind of your vibe, then it's like perfect, right? So what do we do with this stuff? So let's find some of these that we liked. I like this one. Now let's use the image and let's make that a style reference. All right, so let's try this idea. Leather jacket, distressed texture, catalog photo shoot, isolated flat light gray background. And of course, we're using 16:9, which is kind of a long horizontal thing. Let's give it more of a vertical kind of look. Actually, let's make it a square, right? And then let's do style weight, 80, 160, 320, 740. And let's also do EXP 20, which is experimental, which helps with the quality. And let's just see what we get with that. So see how we created the texture, and now we've taken that texture and applied it to something. So this is how you can take one idea and use it to push other ideas into new direction and like new limits. So where are we going with this stuff, right? So it kind of played in the background here. We didn't really want that. We really wanted to isolate it to the jacket, but you can see how this kind of influences what the outcome is, right? And it all comes from this distressed graphic that we created just by using the 3x5 method. Now, let's take one of these ideas. I really liked this one. I thought that was the best one. And let's make this into the Omni reference. And let's say fashion model, photo shoot, biker magazine, cover, sunset, urban location. And let's expand the size a little bit. And I love doing repeat 4 just because that gives us a bunch of stuff. And then let's also do an omni weight of 80 and a style weight of 80 because I like to start there. And let's just see what we get. And here we go. Now we have our distressed jacket. We've got our texture on here, and you can see it applied that texture to the product. And imagine you're a brand designer or you're trying to create something, and here we're just doing clothing, but this could be any product, this could be anything. This is how we can articulate some crazy ideas and inject them into something that's kind of new and powerful. See how they all look similar? So again, how are you taking and finding new ideas that you can push for your clients and customers? This is exactly how you can do it. So, hey, if you like this video, please consider subscribing to the Midjourney Experience YouTube channel. But also we have a school community where we band together and learn about Midjourney. We have open office hours every Tuesday where it's a giant Zoom call. We'll love to see you there. And thanks for watching the video. We'll talk to you guys later. See you.